hand on my heart. I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clarity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice. Taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice.
Yeah. One up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't?
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set and read.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there. The Panthers have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check 4, check 4. Watch the twins. Watch the twins. Check 43.
Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Single receiver. Single receiver. Watch Twitter. Switch out.
On third down, Newman. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready. Come on, 60, orange. Watch the before. Man. Switch it. Come on, go.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. Touchdown, Cardinals! Andy Isabella, 76 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you.
2nd and 6. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Who's that?
From the gun, Newman. And he's going to go down again.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Now a run with McCaffrey, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Slam, slam, slam. Check 31, check 31.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 8 yards. There's still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. Still a lot of football left in that affair, but we will for sure keep an eye on it. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Gone. Check.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian McCaffrey. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. So much for just picking up the first down. How about that run all the way on third down into the end zone?
I'd say this was a bonus run because you're right. All you're trying to do is get the first down in that situation. But to top it off with that gigantic sprint and to go all the way, the one thing he's worried about near the end of that run is if someone's going to jump on his back. And I mean Mr. Fatigue. And that's all he was worried about. Well-conditioned, carried it all the way.
Let's go.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Out to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. From the gun on third down, Newman. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Ready?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Watson. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. To throw on 2nd down, Newman. He's able to find Wallace. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Just like that.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newman, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. Newman going long here for Wall. He's got a man complete. They'll get 34 yards there. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
1st and 10. Newman. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Newman. And McCoy loses the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try. And get downfield.
Sad Hunt. 60 out block. His team shoulder. Hey, watch it. Ready, go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Here we go. 30 pace. Let's go. 61. Matchbox. Light. Squeeze. Get in there. Smoke. Protect the backer. Watch it. Ready.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up.
2nd and 3. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Rush in, rush in, ready.
He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. That one good for 26 and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Tighten up, lock it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. That's now his 2nd interception and as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Mike 52. Hey, come on, oh. You're Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, tight.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Let's go now. 8-3 in your face. Scene 6. Mike 55. You can't block me. Any weapon. 55, Mike 55. Ready, go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Let's bring it.
They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 16-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll drop the throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Let's go.
2nd and 9 now. This one complete to Christian Kirk. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Come on, D. Go, go. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. Yes. Mike 55. Mike 55. I'm trying to collect. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Neo.
2nd and 10. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mike, 55. Go! Mike, watch the run, watch the run. Watch the run.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's got this down to the 35. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
14 more
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Back to throw now on first down. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker. Try
and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Under 10, 10.
On second down, Elliott. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Check pass.
From the gun, Newman. And he's got his target. That's more. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
First down.
Throwing on first down. Newman nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
2nd and long. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
He finds McCoy, and he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Go.
On play action, they'll throw. Going deep for Hopkins. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left.
Operating from the gun, Newman. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Newman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Mike 8. Mike 8. We ain't giving up nothing.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Newman. And an alley to run. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Yup. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Hey,
they're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And an alley to run. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. the sack here, 2nd and 11. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
I'm coming. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Yo, here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike 52. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Echo. Mike 52.
From the gun, Newman. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Panthers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Mike 2's the mic. Mike 52. Mike 52.
Operating from the gun, Newman. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
Let's go, boys.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready. Check Mike 54. Mike 50. Go. Joker down. Joker. Big Ed. Ready.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Watson. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Big stop, Big stop. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Watson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Red. 10-2, son. 54. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On 1st down, it's Watson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Watson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Set. 10 Lobo. Hey, eat. Blue dark corkers. Orbit. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. Man out. Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Got it.
They'll look to throw here. Man open. It's Moss, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence? And they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They come out with one back and three tight ends.
Get off the field. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself. And
a big loss here as he's taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw. Newman. Now a desperation throw deep down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. He's picked off just shy of midfield. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. It's Watson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check, 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 check. Safe, safe, safe. Wide, get wide. Watch twist.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a short gain here down to the 22. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check, 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 check.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Watson.
Got you, boy.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Come on.